Welcome back to another episode in the Green Bay Packers franchise. Today, our second game against the Lions this season, and I'm looking at the three main messages that we just received in Week 14. First off, Marshawn Lloyd is back. That is great because we just need those three running backs. Dylan did get some playtime as well, but I really want to utilize them. And Marshawn Lloyd, I want to give him some reps, especially towards the end of the season, to make him develop further. Jahmyr Gibbs and his offensive line are going to be tough to slow down this week. We need 8 men in the box. There we go. And taking it easy. We've been pushing pretty hard these past few weeks. That's the offensive coordinator this time. Might want to consider giving the guys a break. Maybe training with half pads. Yeah, I agree. I don't want to have any injuries. We're going to take a look at the playoff picture next. And we are still in 4th spot. Not a lot has changed. Only our opponents will be changing because, of course, there's always movement in the league. Let's check out. They say we took the top spot. That's great, but we're still not out of the woods yet. 10-2. I don't think that we can catch Philadelphia. Seattle's also 10-2. So yeah, I don't think that we can catch up to them in terms of skipping the wild card round, but just getting into the playoffs. That's a big target this season. And that's what we're going to be doing. We already played the Lions, so what I will be doing is I'll only look at the injury report. I only want to see who is injured on that team, because that will of course have an impact on how we approach the game. So we've got Alex. I'm going to sort by position. This is just weird otherwise. We've got 2 wide receivers out, Traquan Smith and Tim Patrick, veteran receivers, but they still have Amon Ross and Brown. So this is really elite receiving group. Taylor Decker is out. Connor Galvin is out. So the entire left tackle room is out. Both right guards are out as well. Christian Mahogany and Tannen Muti. Left edge, John Kaminsky is out. That's not horrible. He's just a backup. Broderick Martin, yeah, not a starter again. Alex Anzalone is out. He's a starter on the outside linebacker position. That's a partial ACL tear. That hurts. That really hurts, but all right. Carlton Davis is out as well, broken wrist. Emmanuel Mosley is out. He's on injured reserve, so he could return. Michael Badgley, that's the kicker. I think he was injured, which is why they had 3 kickers last time we looked at the team. Yeah, well, we know the team already. We know what they're capable of. I will be looking to kind of emulate what we did last time. What did we do last time? Well, we defended the short pass as much as we could. I feel like that's the main thing to do. We're going to go with half pads. We're going to be taking it very, very easy. I will be going with splits. I know it's not really the best in terms of getting experience points, but I'd rather have the team fit than risk injuries. And we went for the blitz counter last time, and that actually, I think that paid off quite well. And this looks like a prime situation for splits for everyone. So starters do get some reps, starters do get some experience points, but overall we're kind of making sure that we're not having any injury risks. I did buff the defensive coordinator a little bit, but I'm still not really where I want to be. The offensive coordinator has cost almost no upgrades, and the head coach, this is where I went in strongly because I wanted to have the focus players unlocked, and that's basically what I'm doing. I also went in here with just getting those experience points, but we just have to be better over time. I want to have 3 focus players. I want to use all of those 6 slots to really develop them as best we can, and then I think we are pretty well set to tackle the rest of the season. And that's just the way I usually do it. Upgrade defense because I don't take care of those snaps. Then look at the experience and getting the focus players as much established as possible. So depth chart time. Here we go. I think I like this depth chart here. Tucker Kraft can be, but I'd rather use Ben Sims. I mean, to be fair, I don't want to have him injuring himself, but he is a 76 rated tight end over being a 70 rated fullback over being a 70 rated tight end. To be fair, I could switch him over or just leave him on the roster as a tight end and use him as a fullback. But I'm going to be drafting a tight end. Going to be looking for that. So, looking good at left tackle. Looking good at left guard. Center is fit again, that's positive. Morgan is back and Tom is back. So we've got the fully fit offensive line, that's great. On the defense, again, this is always happening. I need Lucas Van Ness to improve to a 79, so I don't have to reset this all the time. We've got two solid choices here at D-tackle, and now Carl Brooks slowly getting better. Colby Wooden, I don't know what to do about him. I want to have Tyron Hopper as my starter. I know Ingram is a little bit better, but I want to have the rookie taking the start here. Quay Walker, right outside linebacker, and Jair Alexander. This is just looking good here. Jabon Bullard, and we've got Evan Williams, Xavier McKinney, Oladipo, and C. Alright, so we saw all that, and now I will be looking towards those third down running back situations, looking towards the power halfback situation, and looking towards the slot receivers. I want to have Wicks as a slot receiver. Why? Well, I want to use the want to give some breathing room to the top three receivers on this one. And here I want to shuffle. Right? I want to use Josh Jacobs as much as I can, of course, but I want to have Marshawn Lloyd on those third down situations. Need to give him the game time. Need to give him that, and or do I use him as a power half? I'm gonna use him here. Probably better. Third down, I think we're gonna be needing Jacobs to make sure that we get that. All right, so power halfback and the receivers are set. It's a division showdown at Ford Field. Josh Jacobs, 729, 14 rushing touchdowns. He has been really pivotal to push us forward this season. Jared Goff having a very solid season in real life, really developing very well with the Lions. I would even go as far as saying he is developed, and they just gave him a roster that is good. On the Rams, he had a fantastic roster as well, but probably a little bit too much was asked off of him. And I'm really always rooting for him. I want to see him do well, even if he's not the most exciting quarterback out there. But he's just a super solid dude. And I would really like to see the Lions push really far into the playoffs. Not in Madden, because I want to do that, but in real life. I'm always kind of rooting for them. So here we go. We get the ball at the 14-yard line, and we're immediately going to try and get out of here. Dontavian Wicks, Jaden Reed. Coverage will be good, I know that. And here we go. Dontavian Wicks. I tried a juke move, kind of turned backwards. That was a fun little move, but we're forward. We're at the 27. We got out of there. Kirby Joseph unhappy with his performance. Halfback zone weak. Let's go. Josh Jacobs. I don't want to wear him out completely, but I want to give him enough playing time to... Ooh, there we go. 97, Hutchinson. That looks like the right knee. Please no. Please no. Please God no. A quote from The Office. Really funny. Really funny. Here we go. Halfback slip screen, 2 yards only. We're going to be using Marshawn Lloyd now. And let's go towards the left-hand side. Alright, that didn't work at all. Lim McNeil breaking through. I don't know why I wasn't passing. I was pressing the button. And that is a sack. And it's exactly what I didn't want to have. But Marshawn Lloyd didn't find the way through. Matt LaFleur, understandably pissed. Understandably pissed. I can fully emphasize. We're gonna go with a flanker drive. If I can get Musgrave out there, I'm gonna do it. If we need to go for Reed, I will do it. And the noise is just insane. Oh crud. 46 was there. Campbell, mid linebacker. And yeah, we have to give the ball back. PCL sprain. God damn it. Can I please just have a fit group of players for longer than a minute in game? That would be awesome. Eric Stokes here. Can we get a strip sack here? That'd be great. 46 with an injury. Seems to be the ribs or something like that. Is it the arm? Is it the shoulder? I don't know. Come on, defense. Ooh, defense turns it around again. All right, this is a back and forth of the defenses. And you know what they say. Offense wins games, defense wins championships. If you've got a good defense. Double stop here, 21-31, teaming up to stop Dontavian Wicks. And that is an injury. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I know the Lions, it's going to be a hard game. It's a rivalry game, right? So they're especially motivated to tear us a new one. And here we go, Marshawn Lloyd. Let's get this played. Oh, do we find space? I had to slow down. I had to slow down ever so lightly here to go around Malik Heath. But that was a good run. Another set of downs here. Campbell. That's nice. Number 21, kind of out of position, but 46 was there. Solid linebacking job. High ankle sprain will not return. Alright, so slot wide receiver will now be Heath. I'm looking for Reed on this one. Oh! That was imprecise, but the defensive player was there to break up the rhythm of the route. Let's look for Heath. It's always about, just getting the players open and free and in a good position. 3rd and 5. 2 yards only. Goodness gracious, man. Goodness gracious. It's an absolute injury bonanza. And the noise, I don't know if you're hearing it, but the crowd is so loud here. Jesus effing Christ. Terran Arnold back there, Aiden Hutchinson, no superstars currently on the field for us. Because Josh Jacobs is out, so that's a catch for Reed. And all I wanted to see was that first down. Oh my lord. Is he injured as well? Wow. I mean, I was talking about how our injured list was starting to shrink again. I wasn't calling the game out on making it miserable again, alright? I wasn't trying to do that. Wow, alright, that one just went nowhere. 2nd and 10. Shoulder strain. Alright, we're going to be using Monk for the time being. There we go. Dry flood. Let's go. Malik Heath. You're going to have to step up, man. On the other hand, we could also use... what's his face? Tavian Robinson. I think he's a little bit younger. Is he quicker? Let's see. Speed 86, strength is lower, agility is slightly higher, acceleration. Nah, Heath is better. Heath is just a little bit quicker off the mark. Boom. If I... Oh, I'm wrapped up. I was hoping for the speed surge. But Kirby Joseph, ACL sprain. We're dropping like flies, man. We're dropping like flies. We're gonna try another screen, this time on the right hand side. And both X Factors are there. Is this a bad idea? Is this a bad idea? I'm gonna try this. Just want to shave some yards off of here. And there we go. Another set of downs. That's important. And the backup players are called upon heavily today. Very, very heavily. With injuries like that happening, we have to make sure that we use what we have. I mean, Romeo Dabbs is still in the game. Christian Watson is still in the game. There we go. Try the stiff arm. Pushed out of bounds here. But Marshawn Lloyd is back. I also have AJ Dillon to backfill. But right now, I want to give some playtime to Lloyd. Don't really feel like I need to draft a new player on that position, at least. I'm very happy with the setup we have, but we have to make sure that we have 3 players that are interchangeable. I mean, Josh Jacobs he's Josh Jacobs. He's not interchangeable. That much is for certain. And yet, in a situation like this, we have to be able to make do without him. Musgrave, go forward. There we go. 5 yards was the target. 6 yards would have been nice. A mesh spot here. Let's go. Heath and Musgrave. Just get out of there. There we go. Musgrave is open. And he's not going to be stopped here. If you saw that, I angled the run slightly towards the left at the last second. And that made the defender's angle just shift a little bit. Yeah, you can see it here. If he would have hit us fully on the side, I think he would have pushed us out of bounds. So there's that. All right, 7-7. Defense can't stop him another time. But it's all right. It's all right. We have the ball. We're in the second quarter. 3 minutes and 6 seconds to be played. That's good. That is absolutely awesome. A Christian Watson with a long run here. Dragged out of bounds again by number 32. That's Brian Branch. Quality player drafted in the 2023 draft. And Christian Watson does well here. Jordan Love finding the target. And that's the play. Performing exactly as it should. Confusion among the midline backers here. The secondary coverage slightly ajar. And that's the opportunity to just get the ball in there. Packer bench. I'm going to try this, but I will only look for Musgrave. Romeo Daubs maybe as well. Maybe. So we're going to let the clock tick down just a little bit. All right, 2nd and 13. I'm not crazy about that, but I'm going to take it. So why does Aiden Hutchinson have a Swiss flag? Does he have Swiss ancestors? Interesting. I always felt like these flags, I mean Jimmy G, for instance, has an Italian flag. That absolutely makes sense. The Swiss flag is kind of throwing me off here. I'm going to be very honest with you. So we're going to go with the 4 verticals. I want to get Dillon just towards that left-hand side. But he has to get through. He has to find the gap. That is the most important part here. And it took a little too long. We're at the 36-yard line, which is just a little bit too far away for my liking in regards to a field goal. So Christian Watson, maybe Taven Robinson. If we can find the space between the hashes and there's no coverage. Here we go. Oh my lord, nah, the pressure was super high. 4th and 13. Lim McNeil. Wow, 53-yard field goal. Yeah, we're not going to make that. We don't have the power in the legs yet. Can we take a look at this? Can we take a look at this? I want to focus on Jordan Love here. And the offensive line, let's see. So 63-74. 63 is too slow. 74. Nah, 74 is not doing his job. Oh, come on, man. Is he focusing over on that left-hand side? 70, too slow to get there. And he's through too quickly. Way too quickly. I don't think anybody was open yet. Could have gone short. Could have gone with Robinson, but yeah. Alright, let's try this. High power, high accuracy. Boom. Please, please, please. Fingers crossed. And we actually made it. Wow. Well done, Narvison. Well done. You're fighting for your spot, I know. Come on, defense. Alright, another field goal, 47 seconds is what we have now. We're going to start with a mesh spot at the 30-yard line. I'm going to try this. Or is a flood drive safer at the moment? I'm going to try this. A.J. Dillon. Wow, alright. Ooh, left, right, center. 40 seconds on the clock. Alright, now let's go with a dagger. Gonna be looking for Watson on this one. I'd like to get a field goal, but if we don't, it's not gonna be a deal breaker. Let's head out of bounds here at the 48. We need to shave off 20 yards to be in safe range, because they will be icing us. I absolutely know it. Slip screen, A.J. Dillon. The pressure will be super high. I just know it. But I don't have. I think we could try this. So it's caught by Dillon. And can we get outside? No. So we're gonna call a timeout. It's actually finding the space in between the incoming defenders. So which one do I like? I think I like the dagger again. We're at the 36. That's where we were before. If I could get Romeo Doubs back there. Terran Arnold is in coverage of his route. But, you know. Wow! That is great. That is awesome. Alright, call the timeout here. We can try maybe one pass play. Try to punch it in. If we can get that, then it's awesome. If we don't get it, so be it. Not going to be too disappointed. Let's see. I'm looking for a very specific play. And you might have guessed it. I am looking for the... Where is it? Play action cross. Single back wing. Watson would be fantastic. Kraft would be fun. I'm going to be throwing it out of bounds if I don't see an opening here. Throw it. There we go. 6 seconds on the clock. Aiden Hutchinson coming in hot. Didn't open up. So we will be going with the special teams. And we're just going to go for a field goal. What if I punt it between the sticks? Does that count? For all your rule buffs out there, can you let me know? Boom. Nice. 13 and 10. So a slight lead, but you never know when these points will come in handy. Scoring here right before halftime hits us. And here we go. We get the ball at the beginning of the second half. Make the most of that. If we can take the lead with a 20 versus 10, that's going to be very valuable. Heath looks like he should be open, but I'm rather leaning into Doubs here. There we go. Ooh, beautifully done. That is the first down at the 39-yard line. It actually opened up really well. It was suddenly in space. Of course not getting anywhere because the mid linebackers, Campbell and Rodriguez, are just really good. But it's a solid start. Solid start to the drive. Here we go. Heath and Musgrave. Let's go right here this time. Ushered out of bounds. 2nd and 2. Target for today is no interceptions. That's just really what I want to work on. We have just given that too much attention in this season so far. Oh, I would have loved to find the gap here. Slightly got stuck. Jordan Love, understandably happy. Packet drive. Watson and Lloyd are options here. I want to get 5 yards. If we get 5 yards, that's target achieved. There we go. 2nd and 4. Rasheed Walker. Please no long-term injury now. Towards the tail end of the season. Is he going to clench his teeth now? Sometimes they do that. Sometimes they clench the teeth. Like, you know, oh, that's a spot where it hurts. Arnold on the right. We're going to look for Watson here. That's just, you know, these are the types of plays that are consistent. They're not super dangerous. Luckily, it's just a bruised shoulder here. So let's go the ISO. And look at how they're lining up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the line. Safeties. Yeah, no way I'm going to go for that. I'm going to look for this one here. Again, quick reshuffle on the formation. Just looking for Dylan. He has to get through though. There we go. And now we're just going to be surviving the impact here. Jordan Love. 7 out of 23, 204 yards. Consistent. Very consistent. And just a way better quarterback situation than I was in. We did a lot of franchises. The last two I had Will Levis. He was, I think he was even a high 60. It was 67 or 69 rated. That was just horrible. But we got it to work. And I really enjoyed it. Seeing him develop and flourish. So Musgrave leaning into the tackle here. Can we lean into another one? Yes, we can. First down at the 11. And it's not, that's perfect actually. It's basically until the end zone, it's 6 downs. So inside zone run. AJ Dillon, here we go. Let's just get in there. 2nd and 3 at the 4-yard line. What was I saying? I completely forgot what I was saying beforehand. Now, Will Levis was the first, and the other one was Bryce Young when I did the Panthers franchise. I mean, he was a strange one because he was actually, well, thanks man, number 31 dragged us backwards. I would have stumbled and lain out the 1-yard line, but he was like, nah, you're gonna do this, man. Boom, dragged me inside at the neck. That was fun. Now, but back to topic. Bryce Young was a superstar dev trait. Because he was first overall, nobody could have imagined the type of season he would have. And in the end, I even bumped him down to being a star dev trait. Just felt like that was appropriate because I do think he has talent, but he's just absolutely left alone on the Panthers team. I mean, I can't put my finger on exactly why it's so bad. Romeo Doubs, beautifully done. And I just love the new tackle mechanics. Anybody say that it's unrealistic? I mean, just go shove it. It's brilliant, man. He got a hand on the leg, and that made him really just get off balance. That's exactly what would happen. Look, first of all, the impact. I love that. It's not just kind of glitching through the player. It does have an impact on the route. It's kind of shorter than it would be. Then he can speed here. The other dude's waiting. Here comes the ball. Catch. And look at the defender's position here. He's kind of in a bad spot. So all he can do is reach for the legs. Reach for the body. Here is, again, bad position for a tackle. So you can just try to bring us off balance. And that's what happens. So that's just... I love this. I really love it. Even if it would have stayed upright, it would have been... in the realm of the possibility that he would just continue going forward, but the other defenders would have him slow down massively and can take him down. So play action cross time. I will let the clock tick a little bit, but at 2nd and 9 I want to have some yards. I'm not going to be forcing it to Watson, by the way. Alright, I won't be. I'd rather, yikes, number 44, 3rd and 17, Malcolm Rodriguez taking us backwards. What happened here? There was nobody on that side. Nobody on that side. That's a big ouch. He tried to stretch on that one. Luckily he was down when the ball came loose. I mean, it's not like we are very likely to lose this game, but you never know. And it's a long time to go. So we're gonna just get that clock ticking here. AJ Dillon powering forward. We're at the 21-yard line. That's a good field goal position. 4th and 10 is just, it's a little bit too long. If it were 4th and something lower, maybe. There we go. Narvison, so far he has done well this season. I might even give him a contract extension, just based on the fact that he was on the team. But I did also look at rookie kickers and punters. Wow, I don't know what's going on, Matt, but the Lions offense is just shitting the bed. That's insane. That's insane. All right, 3 timeouts. I want to get rid of those. That must have been an interception or something. AJ Dillon. Go, go, go. Did you see that? The impact just kind of propelled him backwards. Nice. I mean, not nice in terms of our game progress, but I love the fact that they're just tinkering with this. Tucker Kraft or Watson. Who's it gonna be? I could go with either one. I'm gonna... Yikes, get that ball away! Man, the left side is bad. The left side is really bad right now on the offensive line. Why exactly are we bad here? Rasheed Walker seems to be back. So, why are we bad? Elton Jenkins, I've got my starters in place. Jason Peters, Jordan Morgan. Everybody's doing well, actually. I don't understand this. All right, Dwayne Brown, put your experience in there, please. I'm a little bit tired of getting sacked right now. Enough of that. Read option, which we're not going to utilize. Just trying to fake him out. Gonna try this here. Luke Musgrave would be perfect. Romeo Doubs would be perfect. Can we get the ball away? Wow, we are getting worse by the second. Wow, the Lions defense is really dangerous right now. I mean, 46 and number 6, which is completely open. Open routes. I don't know what's happening with the offensive line. But I think you understand why I'm going to go very offensive line heavy in the draft. Slightly towards the right, but I think we're close enough. That works. 26 and 10. Malik Willis on the field as a holder. I like it. I like it. So, continue to next moment. And another stop. Jesus effing Christ. What exactly... We're going to look at the stats later on. We're going to look at the stats later on. That looked like I was, threatening someone. Didn't mean to. Let's just reshuffle a little bit, drag him apart a little bit more. Maybe get some space. Come on, 74. AJ Dillon getting up here. I'm not the type to go for those kneels. I just don't like doing that. It feels like going backwards. Do you understand? Does that make sense? Gonna go for a mesh here. Christian Watson. I think those are plays that can work even if you've got all those blitzing plays coming at you. Love the music. Such an awesome soundtrack. I think it's... while a lot of people were moaning about the quality of the soundtracks of the past, I don't really agree. I think the rap-heavy soundtracks were very interesting, but this one here is just... Ooh, Jordan Love, don't do that to me. Not now. But alright, there were so many sacks. If he's injured, that's 100% on the offensive line. But alright. Another field goal it is. There we go. I think the downward arc is a little bit quicker because we're the away team. So yeah, there we go. Are we going to get on the field again? No. Game is over. 29-10 against a division rival. That is super important. I'm very happy about that. Jared Goff can't be happy. I don't know what was going on. I need to see the defensive stats, but it was just a game of two defenses going at it, and our offense just was slightly better. We just made the most of that. A lot of field goals though, but look at this. That was typical of the game. We did have good plays, but those sacks, just a little bit too much of those. Wow. Looking at the stats, overall we were always in control. I like that. We never really gave that up. I think the numbers just show that exactly. But the player stats, this is where it's going to be a good score for Jordan Love. No interceptions. I think that's just the main detractor. 74% completion rate. I really want to get him into the positive, having more touchdowns than the interceptions on the season. I'd really like for him to have a good season. The run game, yeah, I mean it happened, but it wasn't the main push here. Montgomery scoring one, Dillon scoring one. On the receiving side, we actually were pretty good. A lot of progress happened on short plays, which is why we don't have crazy numbers here, but overall did well. But the defenses, this is where it's at. Jack Campbell, 5 solo tackles. Stokes, Joseph, just look at the number of tackles here. If you add that, I mean that's 30 tackles, no problem, just in one game. And now look at this, Jack Campbell, 11 total tackles, 8 Brian Branch, 8 Ifeatu Melifonwu, then Stokes, and then Kirby Joseph. So the tackling was just out of this world. The defense really fantastic, and we just came out on top because our defense was better than theirs. Brian Branch, 2 tackles for loss. Malcolm Rodriguez, 2 tackles for loss. Jack Campbell with a couple for loss. Melifonwu, Aiden Hutchinson, Alim McNeil, Josh Pascal. I mean, we felt that all game long. Sacks, Lucas Vanessa got 2.5, man. Well done. Good on you. Malcolm Rodriguez, 2. Preston Smith got 2. Alim McNeil, 1. Kenny Clark, 1. Jack Campbell, 0.5. Melifonwu, 0.5. Eric Stokes. Just so many tackles in a game, so many sacks in a game. And the interceptions by Pat Peterson and Keshion Nixon. Really the difference. And I'd really like to highlight Ben Narveson, because we got 15 points from his work. So that's important. You need to have a good kicker. If you don't have a good kicker, that's that. But 100%, 5 field goals made. Very happy with his contribution today. Overall, I'm really liking the trajectory that this team is moving in at the moment. We do have a tough game next week. The Seahawks are 10-2, so they're definitely a team to catch. Then the Saints. And after that, yeah, let's just see who's going to be playing us. I think we have one more against the Bears and one more against the Vikings. So I think that's the 2 towards the tail end of the season. I'd like to get one of my players into the league leaders. So far, I like where we're heading, but we're still not where I want us to be. So 2,574 yards. If we would add similar numbers that Malik Willis had, we would be at 3,200, and that would put us close to the top. So I would like that, but the target is have more touchdowns than interceptions here. I want him to have a really good season, maybe even get his depth rate upgraded in the next season. Josh Jacobs, 731. Again, I want him to have a good season. If we can improve his depth rate, that's important. On the receiving side, there's just a lot of players doing great stuff. I think you can see the tight end is an important position for me. I like going for those plays, Romeo Doubs and Jade Reed. Then down here, I mean, it's very balanced actually. There's no crazy standout. So that's interesting as well. Nobody of these will have a 1,000 yard season, but yeah, I mean, it is still possible. One more thing, we're just gonna take a look here. So the top is 3-3. So the Jared Goff 3-1-6-7. We were at 2-5. Yeah, that's a long way to go. The rushing yards, we were at 7 something, and McCaffrey is 800. So if we just keep putting Josh Jacobs into good positions, that should work. We're not going to get somebody into the receiving yards top because we're just balancing it out. We don't have that one receiver that has to work. And yeah, everybody else is doing a good job. I'm happy with that, happy with today's result. We get the away win against a division rival. That's incredibly important, putting us at 9-4. I love today's game. Hope you enjoyed it as well. If you did, do drop a like, consider subscribing. That would mean a lot to me. And as always, thank you so much for joining. Thanks so much for being here, and see you next time.